Okay, good evening, each one of you. My name is Melissa Ospina, and welcome to our sixth encounter of English conversation. We are about to finish this task because we are missing after today. We are missing just two more encounters, and then we finish with this time. I want first of all, I want to say thank you for you to come today on time. Sorry, because you wait like some minutes before I come, but I'm so happy to see you again. And I just want to know how are you and how was your Holy Week? So I want to start with Julian. Julian, how are you and how was your week? I mean, your last
I'm
week
fine.
or what?
Don't worry, teacher. So for me, it's very difficult weekend for because my work. People are already living days more worried and afraid because social life is already complicated. This pandemic. So pray for the Sia, my partner Jainer. Pray to go to end all this.
Okay, that's it. But this is, we are having like many travels about the moment, like the world is going through. But well, we need to stay strong and keep the faith that everything is gonna be all right. Maybe I don't know if it's gonna take long time or few time. Maybe it could happen a miracle. I trust in miracles. So well, in that I believe, and I really hope that every person, because it's not only like the person who are sick, also the person that are not sick but maybe to keep alone make them feel insane,
Yeah,
like that the people are not able to go out to socialize to see the others, that hurts too.
it's complicated.
So yes, so it's also part, it's also necessary to take into account that well, we need to be strong and be brave. Thank you, Julian, to share your experience with us. I just want to listen our friend Julie. uh, Girl, how are you and how was your Holy Week? Julie, Julie, are you there?
Cordial greeting to all.
Hello, Julie. I was asking you like how are you and if you can tell us how was your Holy Week.
I am very strong. I have very job. I work with the first infants, o de primera infancia, teacher.
Learn beginners. Repeat after me, beginners.
Okay. I travel in the veredas, campo rural.
Okay, that's really nice. And how are you? Are you fine? Julie, are you fine? How do you feel? ¿Cómo te sientes? Good, bad, so. Well, I don't know if Julie is having trouble with the internet or I don't know. But well, let's continue with Jainer. Jainer, how are you and how was your Holy Week?
Hello, Miss Julian and Julie. So I'm good, really. I feel so good. A little boring because I was going to travel, but this pandemic so spoiled everything, and I couldn't go to anywhere. But can you hear me?
Yes, I'm just trying to type a message for Julie, but I'm listening to you.
Okay, so okay, so like I mentioned before, I was going to travel, but the pandemic don't let me do it, and I had to be here at home with my mom and my roommate. Really, I can say that this Hollywood with only sharing family here enjoy together here.
Uh, well, that's
Yeah.
nice.
To
To keep,
travel bathroom to bed. bed yeah. I
yes,
don't know.
people call, I will go to crucero, cruce aquí, cruce allá. Well, that sounds funny.
Yeah,
That's the
for
best
the
thing
room, to
to
the
get
ocean.
that's good. I mean, to have a good attitude will help you to go through every situation. Well, guys, I'm so happy to see you again by Riyadh, and today we are gonna have not an exam, a class, a practice class where we are gonna continue with the topic of IELTS exam. But today we are gonna focus on the first part. Okay. So as you watch the video, like it was an example of how a person with the examiner do the the part number one. So if you see the video, it's not about giving you information. It's that you
Yeah.
just see an example. So
Is the
what I
test.
want you, what?
The video is the test one, yeah? Speaking.
Yes, it's a moment of
Yeah.
it's the moment of yes, it's the moment number one of the test. Was an example. So I don't want you to tell me like the dialogue. No quiero que me repitan el diálogo que ellos tuvieron. I just want you to tell me what you learn, what type of tips, qué tips you catch from the video that you can use in that moment. But first of all, I'm gonna explain to you and I'm gonna remind you what's the IELTS about, okay? So like a reminder and also a summary, you need to know that the IELTS exam is an speaking exam from Cambridge. You know that this type of exam, Cambridge, and the ones that we learn in the other classes are kind of exams that don't take more than 15 or 20 minutes. So we are not talking about an exam that takes 2 hours or 3 hours to do it, just 15 minutes, and they are focused just on your speaking. So guys, don't lie us. It's like if you don't know to speak, maybe you will have trouble or maybe your score will be less because they are focused on get your coherence and fluence. We were learning the last class before Holy Week that you are able to reach from 0 to 9. That's the score. So they are trying to check your grammar, your pronunciation, your fluency, your coherence, and also we have here your lexical vocabulary, right? So you
Yeah.
need to take into account that to take this exam doesn't mean that you are like perfect or you are not going to make mistakes. But the idea is that even when you made a mistake in the speech that you are doing, like don't stay there, no se queden ahí. Just continue with the other idea and go ahead. Because even when you make mistakes, you could be able to have a high score. So as you
Yeah.
know, all of these exams has many steps. Tiene unos, I don't know how to say steps in Spanish, like, I, bueno, no sé cómo se dice step en Spanish.
Pasos, step.
Tienen como, esos vienen siendo, bueno, partes. Se divide en 3 partes. Okay?
Paso,
3 steps. The exam has
Yo
3
pensé que eran
steps.
pausas.
Yes. The exam has 3 steps. Number 1 is about examiner doing questions to you about yourself, personal information, about work, about
Yeah.
school,
Yes.
about your
I see the
preference.
movies.
Okay. Also movies. They speak
Yeah.
about everything.
Yeah.
I think that that's a time like for know about you. Okay, to know about you, your interest in and your information, and it takes 5 minutes. Okay, then
So
you
teacher,
go to Yes?
And the answers is very extensive, no?
Well,
So,
you need to be able to answer at least 12 questions. So you have to organize your time in order to give complete ideas, but also to be able to answer the most number of questions that the examiner can do to you. So a tip for you, if they are asking you about the place where you live, give just two two details. Like, don't take long. Give two details with a complete sentence, and then he's gonna be like comfortable about what you are saying. Trying always to project yourself fluent and with coherence, okay, and comfortable. Number two is to describe or speak about a topic. So as if you remember the last class, I gave you like cards with a specific topic, and when you receive it, you have 1 minute to think about that, and then you have 2 minutes to talk about the topic. Remember, you need to take many branches of the topic and put it together in a coherent line, okay? It's not like if you are gonna talk about medicine, it's not good if you say separate ideas. You need to connect all the branches. You know what is branches? Are like ramas. Tienes que conectar todas las ramas
las
into a
sentencias para que...
coherent line in order to make them have sense. And the last part is about is like the first one, like questions and answers. But the topic is not about yourself. It's about the topic that you talk in the step number 2. So at the same as the others, you have from 4 to 5 minutes to answer. And we were talking the last class that there is a tip or a strategy you can take into account in order to develop the questions. And it's called AREA. A-R-E-A. Okay? Like answer, reason, examples, and alternative. If your answer provides these 4 things, your answer becomes a complete answer. And maybe it's gonna be like okay for the examiner, and it's gonna help you on your score. So that's everything I want to remind you about the exam. So I want to ask you, is there any question, or everything is clear about the IELTS exam?
It's clear. So I think the question is the complicate for me para answers. Extensive answers. O sea, hacer la respuesta más extensa y buscar los conectores
Okay,
adecuados. Eso es
but you are here to practice. Don't worry and stop talking in Spanish. Remember that you have to speak just in English.
Yeah.
You can do it. Well, so based on that, I just want to listen. All of you are gonna have 1 minute to give me a summary about the tips that you get from the video. I mean, I know that the men were not giving you tips, but you see an example. What you got, what you catch from that example. Like, hey, Meli, I see this and I watch this, and I think that it's good that in this moment you give complete answer, you think, whatever you infer from the video. So let's start with our friend Jainer.
Okay, so I watched the video and really it was a little tense. It is a little tense, and they talk about an interview in the seminar. Will ask you something, and really there are a lot of things that we can get. One of that is that the girls could to speak fluency, and she was speaking and never stopped. And she was speaking and speaking and speaking. She answered as well as she could. And for one moment, she was talking about her job and her activities. So this is the summary about the video. Really, I don't remember. I don't remember anything about it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Jainer. Now, Julian, what's your quick summary or what tips you get from, from the video that you watch?
I think the video is expensive. It's very complex for me. Is the personal information in the conversation. Yeah. So questions personal. So what is your, for example, what is your name, your full name? So many questions, for example, and I would you like to ask you a few questions about yourself. Let's talk about what you do. What do you do? So, and more questions. For example, the weekends I used to see. For example, in enjoying in the movies. So I'm not remember. So
Okay, thank
think
you, Julian, for sharing your information and what you got from the video. I would like to listen to our friend Julie. Julie, what you learned from the video that you watched? Are you there? Because I see that you are having troubles with the internet. Well, I think she's not able to speak or she cannot listen to us. So, well, basically, I want like all of you can see my screen in order to you take on mind that you will have 5 minutes to answer a couple of questions. Okay, so that's the way we are gonna practice today. I show you the screen. You are not gonna be able to see my face because I'm gonna read here my questions. You are not able to see the question, just listen to the questions. Okay, that's different from how we have been working, de cómo hemos venido trabajando. Ya no las van a ver, solo escuchar. And you are gonna see the time. In fact, you just have 5 minutes. When 5 minutes are over, well, your time is over, and let's go with the other student. So let's start with Julian. Okay, Julian, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So your time will start in few minutes. Give me a second. In this moment, we are gonna think. We are gonna act like you were in the exam. You don't know about me. I don't know about you. And I'm the examiner, and you are the participant. Okay. So it starts in 3, 2, 1. So I say, good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
Remember that I'm not your teacher here. I'm the examiner. Okay, no, don't forget. It's just a practice. We are trying to add. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what's your name?
My name is Julian Barbosa.
Okay, Julian. I would like to know, where are you from?
Well, I'm from Bel Air, Santander.
Okay. Well, thank you for thank you for giving that information, and it's nice. So now, in this first part, I would like to ask you a few questions about yourself. So let's talk about what you do. Do you work or are you a student?
So I to work and a student. So my work is a seller for Comercial Nutresa, the berry aliments. So I'm a student for UNATS 4 years. So in Seattle.
Okay. So taking into account that information, I would like to know uh, what do you enjoy the most about your work?
So my work is beautiful for two reasons. One, travel and know many people in countries in my municipal. So and two, for money.
Okay. So another question for you is that if there is any other work that you would like to do in the future.
So yeah, well, in my future is the I think 3 years is the teacher in the college. So and travel. I'm future. I know more information, more students. Mm, so for example, travel and in particular in classes in the modern cities. Yeah. Um,
Okay, perfect. So I would like to move on and ask you some question about your free time. What type of activities do you like to do in your free time?
so is the interest question. So in my free time, I like to see football play. So I'm travel with my family, with my partners, so and my friends. So I do during free time and the weekends, for example, with the Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, I usually drink for my friends. So I like to see the football game. So it is a beautiful for me.
Okay. So do you think, well, this is a general question, but do you think people have enough time, sorry, enough free time?
Yeah, the many people are in free time. This is the other participants. For example, travel with with your family, your in the sea, visited um, for um, visited ¿cómo se dice? Iglesias. What is the iglesia? But central cultures. Yeah. So I think the people is the free time for example, I do see is the the ports and I'm playing the soccer. I'm playing the the, the movie. I see the movies.
Oh, okay. That sounds really good. So let's move to a different topic and let's discuss about magazines and newspapers. So, do you think reading a magazine or a newspaper can help you to learn a language?
Ye- Yeah, for example, the magazine is the for example for me, I see movies for comedy on the screen. For example, in seeing the subtitle English, or for me, my preparation is video.
Okay. So, the last question for you is the following one. Which do you prefer? Which, sorry, I mean, which kind of magazine do you prefer to read?
Yeah, the magazine is a this is free and the suspense is love it. The suspense for me. For example, movies for um, es que se me escapa la película, pero Ouija, so it's more movies for DC, pero especially is free.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Your time is over. Great job, Julian. And well, let's go with Jainer. Jainer, are you there? the same activity for you, but with different words.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Jainer, let's remember that we are going to act like you were there in the moment presenting the exam. Okay?
Okay.
So, good evening.
Good evening.
What's your name?
My name is Jair Gutierrez.
Well, Jainer Gutierrez, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So,
I would like to know, like, where are you from?
I am from Valledupar. Really, this is the place where I'm born.
Oh, thank you. That's kind. Now, in this first part, I would like to ask you a few questions about yourself. So let's talk about you. I mean, what do you do? Do you work or are you a student?
In this moment, I not work, so I'm dedicated to study. Really, there's only that. I had a long time that I don't work. Really, I just studied.
Okay. So based on what you say, what are you studying?
I studied bachelor in the English as a foreign language.
Okay. And what was the reason for you to choose that career?
So I chose this career because really I love the language and I love to teach. Really, I love is I'm a passionate for share the knowledge or to share with people, to share with children, and this is the reason why I chose this career.
So based on that, what job would you like when you have completed all your studies?
So I would like to have job like an English teacher. This is basically English teacher.
Okay. So now I would like to discuss your nighttime dreams with you. So, do you dream much at night? When you are sleeping, you dream much?
Sorry, can you repeat that, please?
Yes. Like, do you dream much at night?
Dream really not really. Okay, we can say about dream workshop, dream birds, dreams, or so may I'm a little confused about that.
Okay. I mean, you don't understand what dreams mean?
Dreams. Okay, so sorry. So yeah, I
Sueños.
dreams. Okay,
Sueños.
so
Sueños. ¿Sueñas mucho por las noches?
no, really, no. When I go to bed, really, I never sleep. And sometimes I dreams, but it's not often, really.
Okay. So, do you think that the dreams can come true?
Yeah, dream can become true. Sometimes no the whole dream comes true, but many dreams can be true, can become true. Many dreams can realize.
Perfect. Now, let's change the topic and talk about comedy and humor. What type of programs do you find funny on TV?
Really, I like Happy Saturday, or as we can say here, it's all felices. You know? I think it's very funny. There are many comedians that they speak about a lot on topics, a lot on themes, and really is very fun.
Okay, perfect. I think your time is over. I didn't put over here, but I took it on my computer, on my cell phone. Thank you.
Okay.
Uh, Julie, are you there? Are you able to speak or not? Well, I think that no. Uh, she sent on a screen. Maybe she's having trouble with the internet. Okay, guys, this was today's activity. You see that you are able to speak. I'm really happy to see you like being spontaneous about your ideas. That's gonna help you a lot. I just want you to keep pushing yourself to try your best. Remember that watch movies on internet or things like that will help you uh, to develop the language into the correct way. So as you know, we are about to have our two last encounters in 2 weeks. So try your best. Don't forget to check your course email, but also to develop the Ed model quiz, okay? So that's everything I have to say for you. Well, in the moments or in the extra minutes that we have, I would like to Jainer and Julian take 2 minutes to think about a topic, and then you will have 2 minutes to think about that topic, okay? So let's talk about love. So Julian and Jainer, you have 2 minutes to prepare an idea right now. 2 minutes to prepare main ideas about love, and then you are gonna talk during 2 minutes about it.
Teacher, what is the topic?
Love. Tienen 2 minutos ahora mismo para organizar sus ideas.
No?
Yes.
The love is terrible for my life.
Okay, in 2 minutes, we start. I'm gonna take the time here.
finish it.
Okay. Time is over. Now, let's go. Jainer, what you have to say about love in 2 minutes?
Overall, I can say that the love is everything in life. So because people, or it's a topic very extensive, because people can love friends, people can love their family, people can love their couple, their partner, they can love themselves. So I think it's very important to it's very important the laws in life really for be happy, for enjoying the life. So if people don't have love, they are not have anything in the lives really. This is my idea about the love. I think it is down. Many people think that the love don't exist. I can say that love exists, and it's true. This feeling is very beautiful. So love is a feeling very beautiful, like I mentioned before. So because you can you can feel action with you, with another people, when you love someone, when you love your family, when you love uh, another person, really you feel well, you are going to feel happy in life. For this reason, love is very important for human. And I think this is my point of view about the love.
Perfect. Julian, it's your turn.
So now, this is very simple. Love is life. So in my case, it's different. Love is my life is very different because my girlfriend, my last girlfriend, best left me, and the girl looking for me again. So the love is end. So this is complete in this moment for me. My unique love is my family, my dogs, my partners, and my team. Forever. So this love is difficult. So and many people the love is perfect, it's beautiful. So for me the love is the end. So again the creating the love. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. You just speak 1 minute, but it's okay. You try your best. Well, guys, this all for today. It's everything that what we have to be doing. So don't forget to check your email to do the egg model quiz, and see you the next week. May God bless you. Bye
Yeah.
bye.
Bye teacher. Bye
Bye.
Junior.